Hi folks, this is Jason. Hope you're okay today. It's good to see you. We're looking at Alvin Plantinga, one of the great philosophers in America today, who's commentating on Richard Dawkins. You can read the full part of the article to the link. He says, well, no need to finish the quotation. He quotes a diatribe of Dawkins on God. Well, no need to finish the quotation. Yet you get the idea. Dawkins seems to have chosen God as his sworn enemy. Let's hope for Dawkins' sake God doesn't return the compliment. The God delusion is an extended diatribe against religion in general and belief in God in particular. Dawkins and Daniel Dennett, whose recent Breaking the Spell is his contribution to this genre, are the touchstone twins of current academic atheism. Dawkins has written his book, he says, partly to encourage timorous atheists to come out of the closet. He and Dennett both appear to think it requires considerable courage to attack religion these days, says Dennett. I risk a fist to the face, or worse, yet I persist. Apparently atheism has its own heroes of faith, at any rate its own self-styled heroes. Here it's not easy to take them seriously. Religion bashing in the current Western Academy is about as dangerous as endorsing the party's candidate at a Republican rally. Dawkins is perhaps the world's most popular science writer. He is also an extremely gifted science writer. For example, his account of bats and their ways in his earlier book, The Blind Watchmaker, is a brilliant, fascinating tour de force. I would say yes, very good at writing on bats, very bad at logical deductions when it comes to theology in that book. The God delusion, however, contains little science. It is mainly philosophy and theology, perhaps. Atheology would be a better term. And evolutionary psychology, along with substantial dash of social commentary decrying religion and its allegedly baneful effects. As the above quotation suggests, one shouldn't look to this book for even-handed and thoughtful commentary, etc. So we'll read the quotes. The God of the Old Testament is arguably the most unpleasant character in all of fiction. Jealous and proud of it, a petty, unjust, unforgiving control freak, a vindictive, bloodthirsty ethnic cleanser, a misogynistic, homophobic, racist, infanticidal, genocidal, filicidal, pestilential, megalomaniacal. Now, as atheists, you might think, well, yeah, I agree with that. But here's the point. That is not objective science. That is not objective science. That is the diatribe against a particular religion. Well, I'm not taking away the fact that a person can say things, but at the end of the day, you can't claim that as science. That is just a person who has a massive hang-up, a massive prejudice towards a particular faith. Now, you might say, well, he's correct in what he's saying. I would say he doesn't really understand Christianity. He doesn't really understand what the Christian faith's all about. But whatever you think, whatever I think, the bottom line is that is not objective science. That is not a person involved in objective science. Those are my thoughts. And you can't present yourself. Dawkins, Krauss, and all these atheist scientists out there who present themselves as scientists doing objective scientific research, Daniel Dennett, it is not objective. These people have an agenda, and it disqualifies their so-called science. And that quote is an example. We could go into a lot of other quotes, I'm thinking, but anyhow, Plantinga's commentary there is quite insightful as to Dawkins. It's just megalomania from Dawkins' perspective. It's not objective science. He's got a massive hang-up on religion. He's fixated with religion, and he just can't get it out of his head. I think what it must be is that he's psychologically insecure. And many atheists must be psychologically insecure because they're so obsessed with bashing religion. The bigger the enemy you create is an indication of the size of your ego.